There it is. Hello. Got one of my favorite mugs. Hello. You can probably tell what's in my mug just by this not flattering angle on the mug here. Hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Um, it's Tuesday. It's 7 o'clock. And I'm looking at a message that just came on my screen of one of my friends asking me, "Is this good?" It's so good. So what I made today for my latte is hot chocolate. And next week, if you've looked at all of our programs, and if you have a teen in the house, you may have noticed that we have hot chocolate bomb kits coming up next week, and it's like super trendy. If you've been on the internet at all since it started getting cold out, you will have seen these adorable spheres of chocolate, just a chocolate shell filled with hot cocoa mix, and ooh, there she is. Yes, I know. She's like upset that I'm not talking to her and I'm talking to somebody else. I'm talking to all of you. Hello, do you want to just sit? You can just sit. No, you can't go up there. You can sit. You can see her little tail, her ears. Yeah, do you want to sit? She just woke up from her nap. It's filled with hot cocoa mix, and then you can put whatever else you want in there. Candy cane pieces. I put sprinkles in mine, although they like melted right away, and there's no point to it. But it's just fun. Marshmallows, M&Ms, like whatever you want, and then you pour hot milk or almond milk or coconut milk, whatever you'd like, over the chocolate sphere in a cup, and it of course, the chocolate melts, and you have this delicious, really rich hot chocolate because it's not only the cocoa mix, it's the chocolate shell that melted. I used a combination of like regular milk chocolate chips and some pure dark cocoa baking chips from Trader Joe's that I'm running out of, and I've been trying to ration them, and I'm running out of them. But it makes a really rich hot chocolate because it is not, like I said, not just the mix, it is the melted chocolate itself in here. Um, and then of course, it's better than hot water to use milk. You could use hot water to make your mix, but I always make my hot chocolate with some kind of milk. And I do think that the coconut milk is creamier than almond milk too, so that adds to it. So rich. It's kind of like a drinking chocolate almost because of that shell. I've seen people make it with like the candy melts too, like the white chocolate candy melts. Psh, real chocolate's where it's at. So that video is next week for our teens, our 6th through 12th grade teens will be getting those kits if they signed up. I think we still have maybe 3 or 4 more spots for kits. If you know any teens who would like them, you can direct them towards the teen page on our website. So that's my latte for tonight. I did my little experiment so I could make sure I knew how these work so I could film the video for next week. So that's all done, and that's really exciting, and it is delicious. I know a trend is a trend is a trend, especially on social media, but if you use real chocolate to make these shells, it's actually really good. But I mean, you can also, you don't need the gimmick. You can make hot chocolate, homemade hot chocolate, like I did several months ago on Book Cooks with real, melted chocolate on the stove, and that was delicious too. But everybody likes a fun gimmick, right? So I like it. I'm enjoying it. That's what I've got going on tonight. If anybody has ever tried hot cocoa, hot chocolate bombs, or whatever these are, let me know what you think of them. And if you've tried to make them, let me know. They're actually really easy. It took me 10-15 minutes to make it. It did not come out the prettiest. I'm gonna have to work on that, but not that hard to do. And then I'm going to take another sip of this, and then I'm going to grab my reading for the week. It's just a little hard to drink and books and licorice on my lap. At least she's on my lap and not up here. Right? Yeah, you're a good girl today. She just wants attention. This is really good. But I do prefer hot chocolate made with real chocolate, so that's why I like this so much. Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, you can't see her anymore. There she is. Licorice, say hi. Look. She's just looking at my hand because she likes my hand because my hand is what pets her and scratches her ears. Okay, so I did finish reading Catherine McGee's The American Royals book, so I have the second book here, which is Majesty, which I will probably start tonight. Like I said last time, I can see why the teens like it so much. It kind of reads um, like a CW show, drama and teens and teen drama. There's, of course, family and friendships, and I like that it's not really raunchy or anything. There's like some mature content mentioned, but nothing that is like over the top. There are some teen books out there that I feel like are a little over the top for some kids, and I know that, not all 12, 13-year-olds want to read that. Yeah, yes, hello. Okay. So I like that. It's easy to get through. It was easy to get through. It was not cerebrally challenging, but of course I'm an adult reading a teen book, but it was fun to read, and an interesting concept. The concept of what if America had a monarchy instead of a democracy? Womp womp. So I'm going to read the second one and see what happens to all of the characters in this one. And again, it's always told through her writing. She did this with the Thousandth Floor series. She likes to write each chapter from a different character's perspective. So there are 4 characters in this book. So and she actually does a pretty good job. There are certain characters, not always. There are some that I think are too similar, but also I guess those characters are best friends. But there's definitely like one character whose voice really stands out, and when you're reading that character's chapter, you immediately know who it is without even looking at the heading. So I mean, it's fun and it's interesting to read, and I do like the characterizations. I think she did a good job with it. But it's an easy teen read, right? So and then of course I was saying the other book that I read, which I have on my Kindle. Not read. I'm not even that far into it. I just managed to start it the other day. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I still haven't looked at Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, and it's due in a couple of days, but yeah, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. That's this one with the peaches. I'm only on, you could see I'm only 14% in, which equates to like I'm on chapter 6. Very entertaining. I guess we really just got to like the inciting incident, is kind of what just happened. It's well written, it's engaging. I cannot wait to find out where this leads, like what this incident has to do with the rest of the community, how it happened, where it leads them to. I like the characters, the premise. It just opens with, it opens in 1988, and I think the most of this action is going to be happening in the early 90s. A woman married, 2 kids, her mother-in-law lives with her, goes to, they move to a new community, and they start to get to know the neighbors, and it almost seems like a little, not Stepford Wife, because they're not like that at all. Almost more like the Community in Edward Scissorhands. It kind of reminds me, like that's just what I'm picturing in my head. All of these women who know all of these other women's, they know everyone's business, they know the whole community's business. They're they all have different personalities, different wants, and they're like a community, a little development that's very involved with each other and themselves. And they kind of start there at this book club that they hate, and they start their own informal book club, and they become such great friends, especially with this woman who just moved into the neighborhood. And then time goes by, and this incident happens, and I just can't wait to see how it continues. You have to sit. You can't come up. Do you want to sit there? She's just trying to get cozier. Okay, yeah, she just wants to be a little bit more like in my lap. The thing is that like if she knows that this is where I'm directing my attention, this is what she wants to be in front of. She also likes the laptop because it gets warm. But also when I exercise every day, I put the videos up on my laptop and she sits on them and she goes like this to the instructor on the screen. She like tries to catch them like they're fish or bugs or birds or whatever. So you never know what you're gonna get with her. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. It's going pretty quickly, like it's not dragging at all. So hopefully I'll finish that this week, and then I'll get going on this one, and then I'll take a look at Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat as well before I have to return it because I know there are people waiting for it. So I do need to return it. I might be able to renew Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which ironically, I mean, I did read reviews for it before ordering it for the library, but also I saw that it was being advertised for book clubs, and I think that's just fun irony, and we'll see if I think that it is worthy. And I just noticed that the time on my Kindle is wrong, and I never updated it. I will do that. So yes, that's what I got going on in my bookland. If anybody else has any books that they have read over the last week or so that you want to share that you loved, let me know. I'll go through them kind of quickly today. The new releases for today, a couple of really big names, a couple of ones that I know some people are waiting for, and I do want to share some young adult news as well as some exciting, like proud Mama Bear moment. It's on Hoopla. It's not on Libby, but it is on Hoopla. It is an audiobook that was released today. Let's see, I have to go to my favorites. Oh, where is it? This is by Joanna Ruth Meyer, who wrote Echo North is the title that I recognize from Joanna Ruth Meyer, but this is called Into the Heartless Wood. It is a young adult sci-fi fantasy novel, and I just want to share the audiobook because it came out today, because one of the narrators is Ethan James Lynch, who is one of my former students. I'm like such a proud mama bear today to scroll down to Hoopla and see my former student's name. Some of you know that I used to teach theater in a high school, 2 different high schools, and Ethan Lynch was my first freshman class, and I saw them all the way through. I don't remember if I was there for their senior year or if I was there through like their last year, which is junior year at that school, because then they actually spend their senior year getting college credits at a local college. I can't remember, but he was like my first freshman class, and then he's done so many shows and so many amazing things. I went on to go see him in Hunchback of Notre Dame at Paper Mill Playhouse several times. Really talented kid, so I was just very excited to see that this audiobook was coming out today. I don't even know if I've read a review for this book. I know I've read plenty of reviews for Echo North, and I recognize the author's name immediately, but pretty exciting. I love that. That just makes me very happy. So that's on Hoopla right now. Let's go over to Libby, and I'll share with you the young adult book that I have for you today. New releases. There it is. For those of you who loved The Hate You Give and On the Come Up, Angie Thomas has Concrete Rose that just came out today. And I think that this is supposed to go in the same universe. I mean, it's realistic fiction. It's not fantasy or anything, but like the same universe as The Hate You Give. Yeah. International phenomenon Angie Thomas revisits Garden Heights 17 years before the events of The Hate You Give in the searing and poignant exploration of Black boyhood and manhood. So, um, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. I know a lot of people love Angie Thomas's books, and I'm looking forward to reading it as well. It is here on Libby and also as an audiobook. We have not gotten our copy yet. I think that today's releases are a little bit delayed, it seems, because I also know the Children's Blizzard that I ordered a little while ago, that one hasn't come in yet. But that one also has a huge like order demand, because I have it up on the screen right now because I was going to just share that with you that it came out today. That one has like a huge demand, so I think some of these ones with really high demands that people are really waiting for and excited about, I think they, we're still in a time. We're still in a time of things and production delays across all avenues and forms of art and appliances and everything. Like everything is like still a little delayed, sometimes shipping and mail, and so we have some of today's releases that we got in and some we did not. So Concrete Rose is not in yet, which I was hoping it would be one of those ones that we got early so that I could read it and then bring it back in for release day, but that, alas, did not happen. So that's one of the young adult ones from today that I wanted to share. Yes, she's excited too. She's excited for it too. What else? And there are a couple, Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child have number 2 in their Nora Kelly series. The first one was Old Bones. This one is A Scorpion's Tail. That came out today as well. Faye Kellerman came out with The Lost Boys, which is a Decker Lazarus novel. So a lot of our favorite authors, our best-selling, always in demand authors, are coming out with some new additions to their lineups today. So that's really exciting. Again, the book The Children's Blizzard, which is the same author who wrote The Aviator's Wife, Mistress of the Ritz. That came out today as well. That one's got like a really, really high demand. Yeah, we have Mistress of the Ritz at the library, so if you are waiting and you just want to read something else by that author, that's there. I'm just looking back to see what else the author has written because I always forget. The Girls in the Picture. Oh, The Swans of Fifth Avenue. Yeah, I remember that one. The Swans of Fifth Avenue. I always forget. It's always nice to go back because even though sometimes these books come out like a couple years ago or whatever, when you read so many reviews, you kind of like forget. But anyway, this is a historical fiction. A story of courage on the prairie inspired by the devastating storm that struck the Great Plains in 1888, threatening the lives of hundreds of immigrant homesteaders, especially school children. And of course, it's appropriate that it came out today because the morning of January 12th, 1888 was unusually mild following a punishing cold spell. It was warm enough for the homesteaders of the Dakota Territory to venture out again and for their children to return to school without their heavy coats, leaving them unprepared when disaster struck. At just the hour when most prairie schools were letting out for the day, a terrifying, fast-moving blizzard blew in without warning. School teachers as young as 16 were suddenly faced with life and death decisions: keep the children inside to risk freezing to death when fuel ran out, or send them home praying they wouldn't get lost in the storm. This is based on actual oral histories of the survivors. Follows 2 sisters who are school teachers, and it just sounds really interesting. And that one definitely has some high demand, so that's probably why it's a little delayed, but hopefully we get it soon. What else? What else is coming out? Patricia Cornwell has a new one from the Captain Chase series. This is a crime thriller. This is called Spin. a new Robert B. Parker, Someone to Watch Over Me from the Spencer series. And what else? Oh, this one that I think this one sounds really interesting to me, and it's by the same author who did The Light Over London, Julia Kelly. This is The Last Garden in England, and it sounds really interesting. I keep trying to be like, oh, where did I see this? And I think I've been seeing this all over Goodreads, and I think I've seen a little bit of press for it. Um, a poignant and unforgettable tale of 5 women living across 3 different times whose lives are all connected by one very special place. So I feel like in the past several years, the like timeline connected historical back and forth has just continued to grow in popularity, and I love the way that the stories weave together and the way the authors find little connections. I really like that, and this is one of those books. It takes place in the present day, 1907 and 1944. Present day, Emma Lovett, who has dedicated her career to breathing new life into long neglected gardens, has just been given the opportunity of a lifetime to restore the gardens of the famed Highbury House estate, designed in 1907. But as Emma dives deeper into the garden's past, she begins to uncover secrets that have long lain hidden. And then it goes back to 1907. A talented artist with a growing reputation, Venetia Smith, who's Emma's hero, has carved out a niche for herself as a garden designer to industrial solicitors and bankers looking to show off their wealth with sumptuous country houses. When she is hired to design the gardens of Highbury House, she is determined to make them a triumph, but the gardens and the people she meets promise to change her life forever. And then in 1944, Beth Pedley arrives at a farm on the outskirts of the village of Highbury, and all she wants is to find a place she can call home. The cook, Stella Adderton, on the other hand, is desperate to leave Highbury House to pursue her own dreams, and widow Diana Simmons, the mistress of the grand house, is anxiously trying to cling to her pre-war life now that her home has been requisitioned and transformed into a hospital for wounded soldiers. But when war threatens Highbury House's treasured garden, sorry, the formatting on this is weird, these 3 very different women are drawn together by a secret that will last for decades. Reminiscent of Kate Morton's The Lake House, Julia Kelly explores unexpected connections that cross time and special places that bring people together forever. So I thought that just sounded really interesting. But I do like those novels that kind of cross time and there are little connections. Rachel Hawke has a lot of novels like that. It's like the wedding dress series, the wedding shop series, just the wedding series. Really, really cute, really sweet, and I like them. In each novel in this series, I think there are 3, has like a back and forth, a past and a present, but then all 3 novels connect a little bit, which is really cute. Yeah, so I think those are the ones that kind of had like the most buzz. So like I said, some favorite authors adding on to well-known and well-beloved series, and then some new fun ones, the young adult one, an audiobook that I'm just proud of because that's just who I am. I'm always proud of my students. Like it could be years and years and years, and I'm always going to be proud of them. And I think that is it. I'm going to finish enjoying my hot cocoa. Like I said, this video will be on our YouTube and Instagram and here on Facebook next week as part of our craft for teens. This is really delicious. I mean, I really do highly recommend making hot chocolate with chocolate, not just hot cocoa mix. So this is a nice blend between both. Tomorrow is book cooks. I am making an orange rosemary chicken. I froze some rosemary months ago, and now's the perfect time to use it. And then the week after that, I'm gonna do a pizza, semi-homemade pizza, really fun. So lots of fun stuff coming up. So yeah, we got lots of fun programs. We have some candle facts coming your way for the rest of this, not candle craft on Thursday, and tea facts. Candle craft on Thursday, tea facts coming this week. The tea voting starts tomorrow. You can vote like March Madness style for your favorite tea on our website. And we have the candle craft, which is tea themed on Thursday. So even if you didn't get a kit, which we had a really good response to, thanks everybody who wanted to play along with me and do the craft with me. That's really exciting. The supplies are pretty easy to get. So I have an instructional video on that. There's just lots of fun stuff this week. So aside from all of the reading I've been trying to do, I've been doing a lot of fun stuff to share with everybody. So it's really exciting. Yes, you're having a bath now, so you don't want to say goodbye. Yeah, I'm going to finish my hot chocolate and settle in for the rest of the night and decide if I'm going to read another few chapters of the book club's guide to slaying vampires or if I'm going to start Majesty, but we'll see. That's it. Don't forget, if you need book suggestions, go to the book match form at the top of our website, or also sometimes you can just give us a call at the library. I know that a lot of us just love talking to you all when you call, and it was funny. We were in the library today in our little pod, and we're talking about making book displays, and we're pretty much the only people who are going to see them, but they make us really excited to do book displays. But also, if you call and you say, looking for a great romance for Valentine's Day, we're going to have a display on that, so we can take pictures and share it with you on social media, and also just over the phone, we could say, what do you have on display today? Well, I can tell you what's popular and what's on display. So we're just doing lots of fun things at the library, and I just love being there and working on stuff for everyone, especially with all the books coming in. All right, she left. It's time to go. She's like, Mom, it's time. It's time. You've said goodbye like 5 times now. I understand. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks so much for joining me, and stay warm, stay cozy, and happy reading. All right, everyone, bye.